woke up groggy, with my eyes tired from sleep, and scanned the room around me.
Was Faye looking to hook up,
The
maybe?
sound was coming from my closet door, which was slowly creeping open.
The heck? One of the coolest things about doing reactions is listening to these awesome stories told by fantastic narrators among a variety of animation channels and styles. Some of these narrators we hear over and over again, like Lazy Masquerade. He does a lot of work with MJV Animations, and we're going to react to 2 chilling stories with him narrating them again today by MJV Animations. Make sure to head on over to their channel and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and if you like reaction videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel as well. Let's get into the animations.
I was 18 or 19 years old when this happened.
Okay.
Still living with my parents in Billings, Montana.
I love his voice.
We were hosting a foreign exchange student, Faye, a girl from China who was the same age as me.
Okay.
Her English was pretty good, so we became friends.
Alright.
Now, I'm a guy, but there was nothing going on between us.
What's up with her
She was
teeth?
more like a little sister figure to me, seeing
Okay.
how she lived at my house and all. Anyway, the 2 of us snuck out one night to go to this party.
Snuck out?
And we got home late. Around 1 AM, I think.
Alright.
And we both quietly walked up the stairs and tried not to wake my parents.
Okay.
Faye silently crept into her bedroom down the hallway, and I went inside mine and hopped into bed.
So this seems completely platonic so far. I don't know what's up with her teeth, if that's just the animation style or if she's supposed to look crazy like that, but that girl got a messed up mouth, man.
I was so tired that I drifted off to sleep within minutes.
Okay. 1 o'clock in the morning after partying,
I don't know
yeah.
what time it was, but I was awoken in the middle of the night by the sound of creaking in my bedroom.
Okay.
I woke up groggy, with my eyes tired from sleep, and scanned the room around me.
Was Faye looking to hook up,
The
maybe?
sound was coming from my closet door, which was slowly creeping open.
Okay.
There, emerging from my closet, was the dark outline of a human with a weird-shaped head.
The heck?
Now, I suffer from sleep paralysis from time to time, which means I often wake up with audio-visual hallucinations in the middle of the night. I quickly rationalized that the figure in my room wasn't real, and that the closet hadn't really opened.
Okay, so sleep paralysis, that's some scary stuff, guys. We've done a reaction video on sleep paralysis before, and there is a lot of horror stories. I've had it before. I've never had hallucinations, but it's a very, very crazy feeling that you can experience stuff but not be able to move. And that failure to be able to move is terrifying. But from what I hear, people get these vivid images that they see of sometimes demons and devils and monsters that don't exist. And it's just because your brain is halfway between awake and sleeping, and it's almost like visualizing a dream. It's some creepy, creepy stuff here, but I don't know if this is what this is.
I was just in that place that's neither dream or reality.
Yep.
Even though I've had these experiences a lot of times in the past, it was still creepy to see the dark silhouette of a person looming out of my closet.
It looks like a pig face too, yeah?
I kept my eyes on the specter
or a cat
as it slowly tiptoed to the end of my bed. It stopped, facing towards me, and began swaying from side to side. I closed my eyes, desperate to fall back to sleep and get rid of this nightmare creature at the foot of my bed.
Is it looking to see if he's awake?
I heard its fake footsteps slowly backing out of my room towards the hall.
Okay.
Good. It would disappear soon, I thought. Then I heard the sound of my bedroom door carefully being closed.
All right.
What the?
Is that the exchange
wasn't right about this hallucination. It wasn't like all the others.
Right.
Every time, the figure would just dissolve and fade away as reality took over.
Yeah.
But this one legitimately just exited my room.
That's a person.
Now, sure that I was fully awake, I decided to get up out of bed.
Of course.
I walked towards my closed bedroom door.
Get a weapon.
I quietly opened it. There, standing in the hallway, opening the door to Faye's room, was the same dark figure.
Okay, so I'm just assuming it's Faye right now, okay? I have no idea if it's Faye, but why a mask, and why would you just be hiding in his closet if you are Faye? Or it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It could have well been an intruder that got interrupted when they came back because they were trying to be quiet. Mom and Dad might have not noticed, you know, but an intruder that's being hyper aware of what's going on around him, that hears the front door open, would definitely hide in the closet.
It wasn't a hallucination after all. It was a man. A stranger in our house.
So it's not
creeping
fake.
into my friend's bedroom.
Yeah.
I let out a loud, "Hey," which of course startled the guy.
Same teeth style.
He dropped something on the floor.
It's
in
a
the
rope?
dark, I couldn't make out what it was. I hit the hallway light
Yes.
switch on my left. The hall lit up. I could see him clearly now.
That is a scary
His head
face.
wasn't weirdly shaped at all. He was wearing a mask, holding some sort of small club in his hand.
What the hell?
On the floor by his
golf
feet
club.
was a small length of rope. From inside her room, I heard Faye let out a terrified scream.
Oh my god.
She must have woken up during the commotion.
It is an intruder, and wearing a mask with a golf club and a rope. What the hell are you here to do?
The masked man darted down our staircase.
I guess so.
In all honesty, I had no idea how to react. I just stood there like a rabbit in headlights, totally shocked that this wasn't sleep paralysis after all. My father came storming out of my parents' bedroom at the far end of the hall. I screamed that a man was just in my room and that he was about to go into phase.
Holy crap, dude.
He rushed back into his bedroom.
Call the
came
police.
out with his fire.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
made his
get
way
the gun,
downstairs
baby.
After the guy.
Call 911
We
too.
heard the roar of a car engine outside. The intruder had parked his ride somewhere near our house. I heard no shots, no shouting. My dad didn't make it outside fast enough to catch the guy or spot his plates. To this day, we still have no idea who he was, if he lived near to us, why he targeted us.
What?
Nothing.
Right.
The only time the house was empty that day was around 2 p.m., meaning this guy either snuck inside while we were at the party and my parents were sleeping,
Yeah.
or he'd been hiding inside our house for around 12 hours.
It
biding
could have
his
been
time.
like that. Wow.
From what the cops think, he came to get Faye, to knock her out with the club and tie her up, take her out to his car and drive off.
The teeth are weird, man.
Thing is, when he broke in, he hid in the closet in the wrong room. He stood at the end of my bed, trying to work out if I was Faye in the dark.
So he was
probably
after
thinking
Faye.
if he should bludgeon me or not.
Wow.
I have no idea what motivated the guy. Infatuation? Hatred? Who knows?
Wild,
But
man.
the fact that he brought rope and a cudgel with him, and hid silently inside our house for what must have been hours, leads me to think his intentions were pure evil.
Of course.
Faye moved back to China soon after that. I miss her, but I can't say that I blame her for leaving. I mean, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, if I was being targeted like that, definitely. That's the kind of thing that'll scar you for life, man.
About 3 weeks
Story
ago,
2.
my mum told my brother and I this story. Sally is a lifelong family friend.
Okay.
She would frequently visit her friends and family in Oklahoma. We live in a small town in southern Ontario, Canada.
All right.
So, Sally would drive. Sally would drive straight 20 hours at least, overnight, to get from our town to another small town.
Oh my god.
She did this to save money. And, obviously, she wanted to arrive as soon as possible.
A 20-hour drive?
Now that you've heard the prelude, here's the story.
Okay.
About 30 years ago, she decided to head south for a visit.
Right.
No big deal. She's done this a few times now.
Yeah.
So, she packs up and heads out.
Okay.
At some point, after driving about 14 or 15 hours, she started getting pretty tired.
Yeah. I imagine
Being
so,
as
man.
it was probably the 80s, it was a little safer. So, she decided that she would stop at a rest stop for the night to get some sleep.
Okay.
And resume again first thing in the AM.
Right. I mean, you don't really want to stop at a rest stop ever. At night, especially. But if you're falling asleep at the wheel, you don't have much of a choice, right? It's very, very dangerous to drive when you're sleepy like that. And if your body is truly starting to pass out on you, a little bit of caffeine is probably not going to stop your brain from still doing the same things as it would do if you were really, really falling asleep. It's just dangerous to drive like that, and you shouldn't do it. It's dangerous to stay at rest stops overnight by yourself in your car. You should probably find a hotel. But honestly, you gotta do what you gotta do at this point.
She parks in a very well lit and busy rest stop.
Okay.
She parks right by the lights. and felt at ease because there was an abundance of travelers stopping and going.
All right.
She gets out of her car for a bathroom break, comes back, and settles in her car.
Yeah.
About then, an RV pulls up beside her, and an elderly couple get out.
Okay.
The man asks her about coming from Canada. They strike up a little conversation. Nothing odd.
Right.
The couple just talk to Sally for a little bit.
Yeah.
They tell her that they're driving from the south, going north, and they just needed to have a sleep for the night.
Right.
They wanted to talk because they were unsure if the rest stop was okay to stop at.
All right.
They say good night and good trip, and the couple head back to their RV.
Okay.
Sally locked her doors up and went to sleep. 2 or 3 hours later, Sally woke up with a really unsettling feeling. She looks around. Nothing. A few people going in the stop. Parking lights are all on. She assumes she's just feeling bad because she's tired and her car isn't the best place to sleep in.
Right.
After 10 minutes, she actually said that this feeling got worse.
Okay.
And it was a jarring, queasy, uneasy feeling.
Huh.
She sits back and tries to shrug it off. This doesn't work.
No.
And apparently she had every red alarm and instinct telling her that she needed to go.
You have... Yeah. When you feel something like that, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you could just be a little paranoid, especially from just waking up like that. But she slept for 3 hours, right? Her body, especially maybe with a little bit of caffeine, her brain is plenty good enough to go. If you got a bad feeling about this place all in a sudden like that, and you got a little power nap in, you should maybe try to go. 3 hours of sleep is... Some people don't get that on a good day. You know what I mean? 3 hours will refresh you enough to where you can safely drive away. Especially if you're unsure about the place. It might just feel... The relief by itself might just be enough to give you the adrenaline to get out of there.
She panics, starts her car and peels off.
Good idea.
She doesn't care where. She just knew that she needed to get away from there. About 20 miles down the road, she finds a motel and gas station.
Okay.
She decides to see if she could get a room there for what little money she had.
Good idea.
She converses with the person in charge. He cuts her a deal because he doesn't want to see a young woman driving alone late at night.
Oh, that's good.
She gets a key, pops in her hotel room, and sleeps for the night.
Perfect.
No issues whatsoever.
Right. Was something in your car?
Around 9 AM, she wakes up, showers, changes clothes, and decides to relax for a few.
There you go.
She turns on the TV, and what she said was on it actually gave me chills.
Something that happened at the rest stop.
There was a breaking news story about an elderly couple who had been killed in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
The news shows the RV that Sally was parked next to in the exact same spot at the exact same stop.
Poor couple.
She even sees the fast food drink cup that she dropped by accident that rolled under her car.
Wow.
Sometime during the night, a man broke into their RV and killed them, and then simply left.
What the hell?
Presumably this all happened right before Sally had left.
Right.
The man was never caught, and Sally, since then, stopped at hotels for the night.
Yeah.
And avoided rest stops.
Heck yeah. You know, if you feel yourself getting sleepy like that, that's the best thing to do. Or plan out trips that are a little bit easier to, you know, to predict. Yeah, or the buddy system. I know that's not easy all the time to get somebody to make these trips with you, but I gotta say, 20 hours straight driving, not a good idea. You know, there's a reason that they limit truck drivers and stuff like that, and people with those type of licenses that haul freight and things like that, that they can't operate their machinery within certain amounts of time, because if you do too much, it's very possible that you'll make lapse in judgment errors and hurt somebody, you know, especially yourself. It's just dangerous to do that. Y'all be careful out there, man, and stay away from rest stops if you can. Those places creep me out. MJV Animations, guys, great storyteller animations, and I love Lazy Masquerade's narration, as well as a couple other videos that I watched that I reacted to by MJV Animations. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.
Break it down.